the first half with a lot of activity up that right side. And now Jackson, the man with all the experience in USL and USL League One, will throw it in not once but twice. Jackson, who played a year ago in Richmond, also played with North Carolina FC, Charlotte Independence, Oklahoma City Energy, and St. Louis FC. So here's Williams feeling pressure. And you see that high pressuring line from Tormenta. We saw it in the first half. We're actually seeing a much higher line to start the second half, giving OCB an opportunity to counter. But when you see the speed and experience that Tormenta has, you're seeing why it is so very, very difficult for OCB to break out of the back. The throw-in will now come from the other side. Muller, and the play will go all the way back to Pablo Jara. And Jara will take his time out of his office. Right foot well down the pitch. 50-50 over everybody's head. And the flag will go up. Jamga right there, number 16, very active in the first half. Has a number of scoring opportunities inside the six. Just wasn't able to convert. As we talked about right as we came back for the second half. It was an own goal in the 29th minute. And that's all the scoring on the evening. And here's Micheletto. He'll pick it up, has some space, plays it to his right foot, knocked away. And a corner coming up on the bottom of the TV dial. Micheletto will pick it up. Don't believe that he'll be the one that will take this one. It won't. It'll be Stefan Muller. Team of the Week member in week 3. Played his college ball at Temple. Played previously with Long Island Rough Riders and Pittsburgh Riverhounds under 23. High in the air in swinger. Played into the middle, turning around on it. Looked like there was a handball in the box. Play on, says Frederick Roning. Tablante plays it off the head, picked up by Muller. Benoit for Phelps. And there's a takedown and expecting a card. And the card will go to Phelps here in the 49th minute. There was a little bit more WWE than it was USL League One. So set piece opportunity for the Lions here, trailing by a goal. We get to take another look at what happened here. Phelps, and then coming in on it. And then knocked down to the ground.
To Tormenta FC, number 5, Josh Phelps, in the 49th minute.
Tablante, left foot into the box, and absolutely nobody home. Closest person to it was Franklin Carabali, the 24-year-old out of Ecuador, as Jara puts it into play. Headed back in the direction the Lions wanted to go. Ball spending a lot of time in the air. Finally settled down, and it is Tormenta who will play it off their feet. Micheletto looking to cut it inside. Slows it down. Jackson. And the high line of OCB making Tormenta retreat just momentarily. Botello Faz can't keep it at his feet. And an easy save for Avisa. At Orlando Health, safety and protection of our patients, loved ones, and employees is the top priority. That's why we're confident that our facilities, from ERs to hospitals to physicians' offices, are the safest environments for giving and receiving care. Schedule your appointment today at orlandohealth.com. Here comes Tormenta. They'll work the top into the middle, and that was leading Botello Faz too much. OCB will have to work from behind. Thomas Williams, 16 years old, out of Titusville, not too far from Kissimmee. 45 minutes to the east. Benoit. There's Muller sending it forward. Mayer into the middle. Gomez, but broken up by O'Callahan, who is working all kinds of overtime from the ends out into the middle. O'Callahan for Tablante, broken up by Jackson. And Tablante will earn it back. Tablante with some running room, punches it forward. He was looking for Ng, couldn't get it there. Good defense by Phelps. Tablante tripped up, it will belong to OCB. 52nd minute. And here's the corner. We'll slow it down, look for a handball. It was looking like it was close, off the chest, not off the hand. Reason for Frederick Roning waving it off. 52nd minute, we stay 1-0. That own goal in the 29th minute, all the scoring we've had so far. Both teams playing high lines in the second half. Aguilera, and here's Robles for Tanaka. He centers. Headed away by Skelton. Controlled by O'Callahan. Last touched by Micheletto. Corner coming up for the Lions. Tablante has been taking these. Talked about it in the first half. If this was 2019, we'd be looking for OCB to go short. They've gone short. They've gone into the box so far this evening. Rosales will take this one from here in Kissimmee, Florida. Tablante will make his way to the 18. Lifts it high in the air. Knocked away. Ozeri is able to gather it up. Botello fouls on him. Working towards the corner. The back heel doesn't get to Tanaka. Touch last by Tanaka. Blast from the outside. It's knocked away. And all the way back to Avisa. For the forward, Rivera. Trying to switch sides, but knocked away. Muller into the Orlando City bench, and you see that Marcelo Nevelev, the manager for the Lions, wants the ball to move quicker. Heavy touch. And the Lions are still on it. Azeri for Tablante now in the middle. Rosales goes down, play continues. Quick one touches by the visitors. And it's Jackson who picks it up, sending it forward. Micheletto can't control. Aguilera going forward. Here's Tanaka working on Muller. Into the box, overruns the ball. It will belong to Tormenta. Good breakaway on the counter by the Lions. They just aren't able to get the shot off, and the captain, Hara, will kick it away. We've got two subs coming in. So Jamga is going to check out, and coming in for him, Arslan. And the second substitution will be Ricardo Gomez coming out. And Neil Vinyals coming in for him in the substitutions brought to you by Exploria. So Vinyals and Arslan both in the 55th minute. 5 substitutions allowed on both sides. Those are the first 2 on the evening. And Hara will kick this one away. Strong right foot, well down the pitch. Williams put his head on it, and he gets whistled for going and climbing the ladder on Botello Faz.
Neil Vinyals.
Vinyals,
Also
who had a
leaving the game
brace
for
against
Tormenta FC
OCB
is
in
number
South
16,
Georgia,
Devin Jamga. He's
will
replaced
go
by
the
number
rest of the
21,
way.
Jod Arslan.
And Rivera is taken down, and the whistle on the infraction goes against Vinyals. And we'll start back up off the left foot of Ozeri. Williams back to his keeper. Surveying his options, he'll give it back to Williams. There is a man with 2 goals, and why does he have goals? Because he plays aggressively. You saw him trying to knock it in the right direction for the White Kits. You see him playing some defense on Ozeri. Ozeri is able to get it off. Here's Tablante. Tablante cutting inside. He's got Engie to the left, working his way into the box, takes the shot, and Skelton had broken it up. Skelton was not going to give him the angle. Not quite sure if Tablante knew that Engie was trailing to his left. Moises Tablante, second year with OCB, and came into this game with 3 assists. That's tied for League One. Working, trying to get past Jackson. He got past Jackson, did not have the angle because Skelton was there and not anywhere close to frame. Tablante putting his head on it. You see Engie battling. Throw-in coming up. Skelton getting more involved in the defense. Jackson, a very experienced championship and League One player, throws it in. That will go out of play. 58th minute. OCB looking stronger in the second half, playing a higher line, pressing more, being more aggressive. We've seen basically a consistent level of play from Tormenta as they've played the high line. Their passing has been crisp. They've gone station to station where the passing has really been over the top for OCB. You see that Williams credited for that own goal in the 29th minute. Jackson down the line for Micheletto, marked by O'Callahan. Micheletto will turn it inside, stay with it, left foot it down the pitch. Flag is up. Coming on it was Arslan, and Arslan was trying very hard to stay on side, unable to do so. And the scoring opportunity is over. Arslan in his 5th season with Tormenta, and he's scored every season that he has been with the club. Played collegiately with the Mountaineers of West Virginia. And that's sent over the top. Engie can't gather it up. Tablante off the chest, then off the shoulder, ridden off the ball by Vinyals. And coming the other way, Botello Faz, he's one-on-one with the keeper, trying to cut in, and a great job on defense by Williams. Botello Faz stayed on the ball too long. Should have taken that shot when he got the ball to the right foot, tried to cut it inside, and gave Thomas Williams just enough time to catch up with it and break it up. Here's OCB on the other side, and Phelps breaks it up. Muller sent it forward. Carabali and Rosales gave it up and sent the other way, and all the way back to Austin Avisa. Avisa ahead for Williams. We're in the 60th minute. O'Callahan down the line. OCB wanted it to go in their direction. And we take a look at this scoring opportunity, and Pato couldn't get the shot off as Williams played it back. Muller back to his keeper. Rivera will keep him honest down by the goal line. And O'Hara has to play it out. Quick throw. Rivera cutting it in, trying to find some space. He'll take the shot off the body. Not only off the handball, not only off the body, but off the hand. PK coming up for the Lions. We get to take another look at exactly what happens. Great individual effort by the 16-year-old, and Phelps putting a hand on it. see O'Callahan, the 23-year-old, congratulating the youngster out of San Juan. And it looks like it is going to be Raul Aguilera, the 21-year-old out of Stanford, Florida, who will take this one, and a yellow card for Phelps. And what's going to be interesting about that, folks, is that is 2 on Phelps on the evening. So the 2 yellows equals a red, and the Tide now with an opportunity to turn for the Lions, as not only will they have Aguilera on the spot, but they will play down a man for the next 29 plus minutes. Phelps will plead his case, but Frederick Roning will not hear anything of it. So Phelps will have his evening end, and he has been active defensively in his 4th year for the team that calls Irk Russell Stadium at the university, the Georgia Southern University, that is. So Phelps will take off the shin guards. And when we get into the 63rd minute, Raul Aguilera will look to tie the game at 1 apiece. So far on the season, Orlando City has taken 1 PK. They've converted 1 key. 36 feet, 12 yards. Right foot. Got a hand on it. Hara touched it. Kissed off of the woodwork. Bullseye. 1-1 in the 63rd. And that is exactly what the Lions needed to get back into this game, and you see it. Taking his time, stutter step. Hara put a hand on it.
Tormenta FC, number 5, Josh
Take another
Phelps
look,
in the
slowing it
61st
down.
minute.
Got the fingertips on it, and that hit the crossbar and then
Orlando
found its
City,
way to the back of the
goal
net.
scored by number 45, Raul Aguilera, in the 63rd.
So now things get interesting, folks. It's 1-1. We're in the 64th minute, and from here on out, the Lions are going to play up a man. So the question becomes, how aggressive is Orlando City going to get to try to get the go-ahead goal? How difficult is it going to be for the visitors to play down a man? They've been the aggressors. They played the high line. They've taken advantage of mistakes. Now going over the top. Engie chasing, and Hara picks it up. Sending it forward, Vignals. Jackson into Blante. Knocking it out of play. It will belong to the visitors. Micheletto will hand it off to Jackson. It's going to be an interesting sprint to the finish here. This is not what the Lions wanted. They do not want up a man to give this much space and this much depth. Avisa will snatch it out of the air. They don't want to give the opportunities to Tormenta. But Tormenta showing that they're not going to back down from the high line. They're going to press and make it difficult for OCB to get out of their own end. Ozeri, he'll go over the top. Going outside, he was looking for Tanaka. That's going to be headed out of play by Muller. Aguilera sent forward, Tanaka. He takes the shot from distance, it's wide right. Early in this game, not a lot of shots for Orlando City. Hard to create chances because Tormenta was cutting down the passing lanes. Now, up a man, the aggressive behavior of the Lions, looking to find 3 points out of this one this evening. Hara sending it forward, 50-50. And the Lions will wait on it. O'Callahan, strong, down the pitch. Rivera wasn't fast enough on that one. Now going the other end, and we're playing end-to-end. It's more like a tennis match than it is a football match. Lions coming into this one, only one win on the season. That in New England at Gillette Stadium, it was a 2-0 win over the Revs 2. They dropped their last two. 3-1 to Forward Madison on the road, and here at home 4-1 against Tucson. They have only scored 2 goals once this season, and that was the win on the road in New England. 67th minute, ahead, Ng, Ozeri, Tablante, working on Jackson. Tablante serving it in, high over everybody's head. Rosales, Rivera, Aguilera into the box, lifting it. Ng trying to put his head on it, it's knocked away. O'Callahan now in the middle for Tablante. Tablante turned around on it, lost his footing. Jackson was able to clear it. Here's Micheletto. Micheletto with a full head of steam, and Williams was able to stop it. And then Tablante taking it away from Viñals. Ozeri. Aguilera playing catch. Carabali will get into it. Rosales. Aguilera. And he'll switch sides on it. Tablante off the chest. Working on Jackson. Micheletto came over to say hello. Ng trying to get a shot off. He does. That was knocked away off a body of a white kit. A lot closer to the goal than I think Hara thought it was going to be. Corner coming up. So Botello Faz is going to come out for the visitors, and coming in is O'Sullivan. And all of these are brought to you by Exploria. There are going to be three substitutions for Orlando City, and we're going to get these squared away for you as we go to a hydration break. So the first one is going to be, so Rosales is coming out, and coming in for him is going to be Mikey Halliday. So Halliday for Rosales, this in the 69th minute. The second substitution for Orlando City. And we're waiting on that. We'll wait on it. Tablante lifting it short, headed out. Rivera had an opportunity to turn it the other way, but a heavy touch.
Substitution for OCB in the 68th minute. Leaving the game is number 64, Jonathan Rosales. He is replaced by number 26, Michael Holiday. Also leaving the game for OCB in the 68th minute is number 68, Thomas Williams. He is replaced by number 63, Mateo Rodas. Also leaving the game for Orlando City.
Okay, so coming into the game for
number
NG.
56, Teddy NG, and he is replaced by number 54,
that is Lamb coming in for him. And the last substitution to tell you about, Mateo Rodas coming in for Williams. So Rodas, who typically plays with the armband, the captain's
substitution
armband,
for Tormenta FC in the 68th minute. Leaving the game is
now
number
coming
19,
in for Williams, who was
Hato
credited for that own
Botello
goal.
Faz.
So three
He is
substitutions
replaced by number 18,
for each
Mike
team.
O'Sullivan.
O'Callahan down the line, looking for Tablante, broken up by Jackson. Now Jackson in the final third. Micheletto lifting it in the air. That will go through the 18. That will go out of play. It will belong to Mikey Halliday. It will actually be Franklin Carabali who will throw it in. And we've got 20 minutes of action left. We're tied at 1 apiece. It was a own goal to start the scoring. Thomas Williams, who just departed the game in the 29th minute, and then a PK by Raul Aguilera in the 63rd, tied it up. Tablante with a full head of steam, back heel to himself, picks it back up, slides it out for Lamb. Lamb will go into the middle. Rivera takes a rip, brought out his 7-iron, and he really needed the 3-wood, so that will go over the net. And Rivera will lift up the Sox. Next Friday night, September 4th, South Georgia Tormenta will be partnering with the Salvation Army. A portion of each ticket sold to the match versus Greenville will be donated to the people in need in Statesboro. Head to tormentafc.com to get your tickets. Game time is 8 p.m. Love what teams are doing in League One and in Championship in supporting their community. Here comes Tormenta coming the other way. Sliding it forward, Micheletto. Strong off the right foot. If he had one-touched it, might have had a scoring opportunity, but he tried to control it and instead gave it up. Jackson will be able to throw it in, but a great opportunity down a man for Tormenta. Here's Vinyals, and it's Rodas who's trying to usher it out, and he is effective in doing so. Talked about the PK in the 63rd minute by Aguilera. That was set up by a handball in the box by Josh Phelps in the 61st minute. What was interesting about that is in the 49th minute, Phelps had earned himself his first card of the evening. So the card at 49 and the card at 61 result in his exit from the game. And so from the 61-minute mark on, the Lions are playing up a man. And now Nick O'Callahan is on the turf. 23 years old out of Winter Springs. Spent some time with the first team. And he's going to need some medical attention here. As he stretches out, we'll see exactly what is going to happen for Nick O'Callahan. And while O'Callahan is being attended to by the medical staff of OCB, this gives us an opportunity to have a hydration break. And this hydration break is brought to you by Body Armor with potassium-packed electrolytes. Body Armor sports drink will keep you hydrated until the final whistle. So that gives both teams an opportunity to get a beverage on the sideline, have some conversations with the managers, and we see they are working on the knee of O'Callahan, the right knee of O'Callahan. So we're going to see Nick O'Callahan exiting the game. We'll touch base on that substitution in a moment, but let's recap the scoring. Ball is played back by Thomas Williams to Avisa, and Austin Avisa takes his eye off the ball. That's in the 29th minute, and it's 1-0 Tormenta. We went to the break with that score. We come back on the other side. Here's the handball. Rivera taking the shot inside the 6. Phelps put a hand on it in the 61st minute. That was his second yellow. He's sent off. Aguilera, Hara gets a hand on it, but it's not enough. Kisses off the woodwork, and it's 1-1 in the 63rd minute. Bullseye. Well, not quite a bullseye, Raul, but hey, it was effective nonetheless. Substitution coming up for the Lions. We'll get this sorted out here in a moment. It is a defensive substitution because of the injury to Nick O'Callahan, who has been very active on the evening. We're actually going to have a second substitution. We'll get that all squared away as soon as we have it for you here in the 75th minute. So O'Callahan is the fourth substitution, and you see him limping just a little bit. Coming in for him is going to be Rosario. So Ozeri comes in.
Substitutions for OCB in the 76th minute. Leaving the game is number 57, Adam Ozeri.
So Austin Amir, another holdover from a year ago, is coming in for O'Callahan. And number 65, Daniel Rosario, who had been getting starts earlier in the season for Marcelo Nevelev, is also checking in the 76th minute. So Amir is in, Rosario is in. That's 5 substitutions for Marcelo Nevelov. And the visitors still have 2 more at their disposal. Remember, in 2020, we have 5 substitutions per side. In League One, we carry an 18-man bench. That's against the 20-man bench in MLS. Muller sending it forward, easily handled and headed out. And a whistle will stop play and will come the other way here in the 77th minute. Vinyals ahead for Jackson, and Jackson sleeping on that one a little bit, so a quick throw coming up. Rosario, who has settled into that left fullback position. And now Micheletto inside, heavy touch, and Skelton will have to come and pick it up. Does a good job of sending it forward, but broken up by Garibaldi. And here's Amir sending it forward, looking for Rivera, and Rivera can't catch up with that one. And then the throw in coming up, Muller. And ahead for Skelton. Now Jackson. And you see that back line of Tormenta is a little exposed right now, down a man. Lamb makes Hara work, diving to his right for the save. He'll send everybody forward, highlight it out. And here comes Tormenta the other way. Ahead for Mayer, stolen away and then pulled back. A little delay on the whistle, but the ball will belong to Orlando City. Nope, check that. Tormenta with the start, and Orlando City can't believe it didn't go their way. That's going to be too heavy. Soccer is enjoyed all over the world, just like Heineken enjoyed in 192 countries. So it doesn't matter what team you cheer for, but we want you to cheer for the Lions, because all around the world, soccer fans have one thing in common: the beer they drink. Heineken, official sponsor of MLS. Enjoy responsibly. Ball will go out of play, and Hara will kick it away. As we're getting close to 10 minutes remaining in this game. Here's Skelton. Strong right foot down the pitch, and too strong for Micheletto. In his 3rd year with Tormenta, played his college ball with the college powerhouse Akron Zips. Tanaka for Aguilera. And Amir, Austin sending it forward. 2 Austins now on the pitch for the Lions. Vinyals gets his pocket pick, Aguilera. And here's Rodas. Rodas, long distance pass, a little too heavy. And Tanaka unable to control it, keeping Hara honest. 50-50. That's not even a 50-50, folks. That was 100% Lions right there. Jackson, Vinyals, feeling pressure, having to go back. Lifted now, Micheletto. Mayer trying to give it back to Micheletto and cleared out of play by Rosario. Mayer sending it back. Here's Jackson. And Lamb needed to be on his horse just a little bit more. Flag is up and an opportunity over as Arslan was trying to come in. Best opportunity since the Mayer taking the shot. Best opportunity 2 in a row now by Tormenta since Phelps checked out of the game. Tanaka sending it backwards. Amir. Garibaldi. Rodas. And you see that back line has been rebuilt with the substitutions taking out Rosales, Williams, and O'Callahan. Tablante keeping it in play. Feeds Rivera, and Rivera with the center is knocked away by Skelton. And a corner coming up for the Lions. And with Rosales out, who had taken the majority of the set pieces this evening, it's Austin Amir. Once again, another holdover from a year ago when the team played at Mount Verde Academy. Now playing here in Kissimmee at Osceola Heritage Park. Amir in-swinger coming up. And it's just a matter of if it's in the 81st or the 82nd, right at the beginning of the 82nd. Lions in the box. Not taking advantage of the loose ball inside the box, and Tormenta's able to clear it out. That will go down the pitch. And Halliday. And here's Rivera, who's pushed back to Blante. A little give and go to Blante now, working on Jackson, centers. That's going to be knocked away. Great opportunity by Lamb, and you understand why Moises Tablante is one of the lead leaders in assists. The speed to bring it in, to feed it inside, the Lions just can't take advantage. Another substitution coming up, and it's going to be a double substitution here. Jackson is coming out, and coming in for him is going to be Williams. Reese Williams for Jackson, and that is in the 83rd minute. And also coming in, Mikey Rowe. So Rowe is in, and he comes in ahead of this corner. And this will go in the direction of Tormenta. They throw it in. We're now in the 83rd minute. Both teams with an opportunity to pick up 3 points tonight. But everybody on the pitch, this is the way we're going to finish things because 5 substitutions on each side. A reminder that Tormenta is playing down a man. They've been doing so since Josh Phelps left with a second yellow. It was a handball inside the 6. Ball is sent down the line. Good ball by Obinwa. And a throw coming up.
He is replaced by number 9, Mikey Rowe.
And Williams surveying his options. Tormenta will throw the numbers forward and do everything they can to gain the advantage in this game, despite the fact that they're down a man. They have not really fallen back and just not necessarily parked the bus, but they have not given OCB an inch, despite the fact that they are down a man. And here's Amir. And he'll lay off. That's sent forward perfectly to Rivera, who cuts back. Rivera tripped, and that will be a set piece opportunity from about 25, 26 out, and a yellow card is going to be issued as well. So the yellow card in the 85th minute is going to Obinwa. And Obinwa, who played for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds via Columbus Crew, is in the book. And you get a look at him right now, and that will give a scoring opportunity for the Lions from a very good position.
FC number 12,
So right about 24 yards out. It will be Austin Amir, 4-man wall and a single purple kit, and that is Rodas. A little bit of space there. You see Carabali can run on. And from the outside, it very well could be Mikey Halliday. Amir, right foot, goes right at it, right through the wall, but waiting on it, Pablo Jara. And he will punt it well down the pitch and knocked out of play. So it will be a throw for Williams. He goes back to Skelton. And Skelton will look to play it forward. He does. And the Lions break it up. Amir, feeling pressure, has to go back to Carabali. Halliday will go back to his keeper. Now Rodas. Tormenta will feel very good if they can earn a point playing down a man. Excellent timing by Williams, turning the tide. Tormenta, by the time this game is over, will play more than 27 minutes down a man. And if they can earn themselves a point with that statistic, they'll take it. Here's Tablante trying to find some opening. He'll work the baseline. He's pushed down from behind by Skelton. And trying to figure out exactly who just got a card. Looks like it is Tablante. And I really would like to see this one again. Is in the 87th minute, Tablante goes into the book, and it very easily looked like in real time could have gone the other way. Skelton gave him the push with the extended hand, but it looks like Frederick Roning thinks that Moises Tablante took the dive. Not sure if I agree with that. Here come the Lions again. Throwing it to the outside. Halliday looking for some help, finds it, a little give and go. Halliday inside the box, takes the shot.
A yellow card has been issued.
Not sure exactly what happened there. There was a ball that was very close to the far post. It hit the ball just outside of the far post. We get to look again, but you take a look at Mikey Halliday. And Halliday, who goes, there were two balls on the pitch. There were two balls, in fact, on the pitch. So that ball that Halliday hit, so the question remains, and we're seeing things we normally do not see in football matches, folks, but my question would be, with that ball near the far post, if the ball had actually gone in, would it have been a goal? We may never know. I feel like we should be Saturday night television on NBC from years ago, Unsolved Mysteries. And look at this, and that's off the mark. From downtown, Hara comes out of his office, and Lamb with an open net, and he missed it. Hara comes out of his office, and Lamb trying to chip the keeper, and he missed the open net. That could have been the game winner, and Lamb is going to have nightmares tonight. Mason Lamb out of Claremont, which is just down the street from Orlando and Kissimmee. And here's Tormenta trying to earn themselves a win. Vignals trying to get it to the right foot. It's cleared out. Micheletto loses the handle, but they stay on it. Muller in the 90th minute. Wouldn't this be something? Playing down a man after Lamb misses the open net to get the game winner. Play continues as OCB is going to look to turn it the other way. Williams coming up with the loose ball as Aguilera couldn't put a foot on it. Vignals feeling all kinds of pressure from Tanaka. Still on it. Halliday comes over to help out. Tormenta. They're going to retreat just for a moment. Ball sent forward and sent out of play. Great opportunity, great ball movement. We're going to have 4 minutes of added time for your viewing pleasure. We want to thank Body Armor for providing it. Tablante sending it forward, but Tanaka was not breaking on the ball. Obinwa sending it forward. Carabali ahead to Aguilera. Aguilera finding some space. slowing it down, letting the build-up come up. Here's OCB and Halliday serving it in, headed out. And OCB will be back on it. Carabali. And OCB playing catch in the middle of the pitch. Aguilera for Amir. And he'll go back. Aguilera for Halliday and back. Carabali, and right now, this is the way that you would expect OCB would be playing up a man. Carabali. Halliday. Aguilera. Rodas back to Aguilera, who had the goal in the 63rd minute, the PK. And that stolen away by Micheletto. Trying to turn around. Ball looked like it went out of play. And that mugging goes against Micheletto. Doesn't get booked for it. And here comes OCB. We're in the second of 4. Here comes OCB into the box. Loose ball to Blante. Couldn't one-time it. That's going to be shot wide. The only win for OCB on the season, 2-0 on the road in New England. They played up a man in that one as well. From the 38th minute on, we're now in the third of 4, tied at 1 apiece. To recap it for you, just to make it dramatic. Own goal in the 29th minute, credited to Thomas Williams. That made it 1-0 Tormenta. And then in the 63rd, Aguilera beat Pablo Jara with a PK, and that was after Josh Phelps was sent to the showers. He picked up a yellow card in the 61st minute for a handball inside the 6, and in the 49th minute, he picked up his first yellow. So the 2 yellows gave OCB the advantage, and right now they're going to have about 1 more minute to see if they can get the win here at home. They are yet to win on the road. They're yet to win at home here at Osceola Heritage Park, new home of OCB. Here's Williams. He'll cut it inside. He'll feed it into the middle, and that's knocked away by Rodas. Mikey Rowe centered, and it's broken up. So this might pretty much do it here as we take another look. Williams for Rowe. Rowe centers, and Rodas was Johnny on the spot to play it out. Corner coming up. Muller will take this one. Lift it up and head it out. And then gathered back up by Tormenta. Tormenta might very well have the last to say as it's punched out by Avisa. OCB, they may have one more shot at it. And on the breakaway, the whistle is blown. The ball was played forward to DeBlante. And the game is over. We finish at 1 apiece. OCB will have to wait a little bit longer to get their first win at the new facility of Orlando City Soccer